let's talk about eternity. Because you're already in it. Eternity isn't something you get to after this life or after time. Time is an experience within eternity, within infinity. As humans, we have a for sure beginning to this experience and a for sure ending to this experience. So everything that happens here is just a temporary experience within eternity. But it's hard for our mind to comprehend. Our mind is used to beginnings and ends. It feels safe with beginnings and ends. It feels safe to know that there's a start and an end to everything. To the mind, to the ego, to the temporary egoic mind identity, the idea of eternity is kind of terrifying because it's so vast and it's so hard to comprehend something that never had a beginning and will never end. It doesn't seem to make sense. And yet, as you come to understand eternity through contemplation and studying, you realize that it's the only thing that even makes any sense at all. And so that's where we have to start, is why does it make so much sense? In order for there to be anything at all that exists, anything, there must be something that has always existed. Because if nothing ever existed, truly nothing, meaning nothing, then nothing could ever exist. And yet our existence is proof of eternity. It's proof of something eternal. And we need to realize right now that we are in eternity. We're in it. You can't get away from it. You can't be outside of it. You can perceive yourself as outside of it. Oh man, now we're getting lots of rain. Sorry. We'll see how the quality of this comes out. If it's not too loud, I'll post it. Maybe I should take a break. We'll take a break. And we're back. Just a mini downpour. That was fun. Where was I? Eternity. You're in it. You can't leave it. You've always been in it. Always. And what we're going through here is an evolution of consciousness, an evolution of the soul. Humanity's consciousness is evolving. Your soul is evolving. These are two separate evolutions, but they're coinciding in this experience. Your soul is evolving through an experience of humanity, of being human, and of humanity's evolution in consciousness. So this part of the evolution of consciousness for humanity is about us embracing the truth of who we are. That we are already eternal. Who we really are. And so we have to understand, who are we if we're not this temporary human? When you sit with yourself in quiet and you just observe, you say, right now, all I am is the neutral observer of this present moment. No past, no future, only right here. Right now, I am the neutral observer. I have no stories. I have nothing. And you just notice how thoughts come in on their own and then leave. Feelings, sensations in the body come and go. You notice your breath. It's just gently breathing on its own. You're not any of these things. All of these things are going on without you putting any attention on them. All of these things are happening. Millions, billions of processes in the body are happening. All of everything around you is happening without you having to put your focus on anything, without you having to choose any of it. You don't have to know how it's happening. You don't have to decide it. You don't have to do anything. You're just here. You're just observing. It's who you are. You're the observer. You're the witness. You're the awareness. You are beyond this body. You are beyond this world. You are beyond the physical. You are beyond the form. You are formless awareness, experiencing this. But when we're so heavily identified with the mind and body and this character that we've developed over our lifetime, it's difficult to perceive of that until you intentionally decide, I want to experience that, because your intention matters. While you are the observer, you're the witness to all of this, you're also the commander of the ship. This formless awareness that you are is an eternal presence. Your eternal presence. It will never be gone. Your eternal presence is what we call the I am. The I am presence, the I am awareness. It is the true self, the only self. And it doesn't have a story. It doesn't have an identity, except for I am. Now, it can create identity. It can play with identity. It can experience identity. But the truth is, there is only one identity, and it is the true self. And you are one with that. Everyone is one with that. Everything is one with that. Nothing is separate. Everything is just a different perspective, a different aspect of the one self, the one eternal self. Because in eternity, there is not two sources. There is not an infinite number of sources. There is but one. One eternal, infinite, limitless, formless source of all that is. This source contains all consciousness. This source contains all form. This source contains all energy. This source contains all experiences. This source contains everything that ever has been and ever will be. And it has no beginning and no end. It exists in one singular moment, the present moment. No beginning, no end, also no middle. It's just now, forever. And everything exists within that, including the infinite loop of time. Y'all ain't gonna cooperate with me today, huh? Although it was kind of dramatic, that was kind of cool. But but the infinite loop of time exists. It's not linear. Meaning your awareness can connect with any point of time right here, right now. As a being evolves through consciousness, you can get to a point where your awareness can experience anything at any time. But for an evolution of consciousness, there's a time where you don't have that awareness, where you're not experiencing that. You have a time where you're just experiencing a linear progression of things. You're learning how the universe works. You're learning to understand your soul. And your soul is a unique expression of all that is. You are a unique expression of all that is. And you are one with it. You're not separate. And so time is really just a construct. It's a way of experiencing eternity. And it's an enjoyable way to experience eternity. We can slow down. We don't have to be everything, everywhere, all at once. We can just be with this experience. And we can enjoy it for all that it is, right here, right now, in the only time that actually exists. The only place that actually exists. You just happen to be having this experience. But you are already eternal. This is your true nature. And if this is a complex idea that feels difficult to understand, that just means your soul and your consciousness, your unique expression in this journey of this universe that we're experiencing all together, is still learning this concept. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every soul has to learn this concept throughout its journey, throughout its evolution. There is a time to learn different aspects and different understandings and different perspectives of eternity and of the true self and of who you really are. There's a time for forgetting who you are, to learn difficult lessons, to understand yourself better, to find out what you prefer in your experience, what you don't prefer. But you are always moving towards more of what you prefer. So even when you go through difficult experiences, even when you go through a difficult lifetime, a difficult incarnation, it is not wasted at all. It is teaching you ways that you do not like being. And it's teaching you how to love and empower yourself more. To believe in yourself, to love yourself. When you've grown up around people who maybe didn't love you so well, or you've been through abusive situations, toxic situations, and relationships, those are all teaching you what you prefer, how you prefer to be loved, how you prefer to love yourself, how you prefer to take care of yourself. It's teaching you how to heal from heartbreak, how to let go of the past, how to forgive, how to believe in something beautiful again, how to go through death and rebirth, go through a transformation, letting go of the old so that the new may be birthed, something more beautiful, something more in alignment with your true self, with who you really want to be, with your unique expression. And all the while, this infinite source is learning more about itself, experiencing more of itself. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Everything just keeps going in this experience. Consciousness continues to evolve and expand. And it is a gift that anything exists at all. Because like I said at the beginning, what if nothing existed? What if just nothing existed? Instead, everything gets to exist. Everything. And from a very evolved perspective, it is okay that everything exists. And all of it is being guided through love, to more love.